This art project is the biggest I've taken part in so far, both in size as well as the amount of work that has gone into it. I created 12 artwork for this Vesak Pandal, and this Vesak Pandal is more than 20 feet in height, and it has taken me about 3 months to create the artwork required. Let me take you through my journey and my story in creating the artwork for this amazing project. Hello everyone, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kamanika Mohottige and I'm an artist. The story of our Vesak Pandal started 5,483 miles away from Liverpool in Anuradhapura in Sri Lanka. The story that was demonstrated in the Vesak Pandal is the story of this great stupa, the Ruwanali Saya in Anuradhapura in Sri Lanka. This great stupa is one of the most important religious places for Buddhists across the world. Every year in May, Liverpool Mahamuna Sapua creates a beautiful, magnificent Vesak Pandal during the month of May. And while the team were discussing about the planning and who's going to do the artwork, my name had come up. And when I was informed by my friends that my name was suggested, and then later on when I was officially invited, what I felt was a complete disbelief and a whole cocktail of emotions like fear, panic, excitement, worry, and just sheer panic, really, because I've never done anything like this before. So the first thing we did was to have a meeting with everybody in the team. We had an online Zoom meeting and discussed, and the team explained to me what they were expecting of me and what I was supposed to do. So I was commissioned to create 12 artwork displaying the story of Ruwanali Saya, the construction story of Ruwanali Saya. And this has to be a story based on the history. So where I started was by reading Mahavansha, the history books of Sri Lankan history, and also Thupavansha. This gave me a lot of background and a lot of information to work on, a lot of material, and to create my own story within each artwork. Once we read through the history and the full story of the construction of Ruwanali Saya, we divided it into 12 important sections. And each section had to have certain characters, certain events demonstrated, and also good interaction to display a story within the characters. So once this is written and notes were made and we've discussed in the team, then it was my turn to start drawing and sketching and using imagination really to create these characters, what they look like, the physical appearance, the jewelry. There was a lot of freedom, and I did a lot of research about Asian jewelry and the history, and also about facial features of how I wanted each character to look. The story of construction of Ruwanali Saya is a story about people getting together, people of all races, all sizes, all cultures getting together on a one single project to build this great stupa. So there had to be the kings, the ministers, king's royal family, and also lay people, workers, the giants. All sorts of human interaction need to be displayed. Hello everyone, good morning. I'm on my way to London to the National Portrait Gallery and the National Gallery to do some research for our portrait project. So it's very cold, it's freezing cold here. It's about 3-4 Celsius this morning, but we're going on the train journey, so come along with me. We'll go to the portrait gallery for some inspiration, for some ideas. Visiting National Portrait Gallery in London was a great opportunity because it gave me the opportunity to observe how other artists created human interaction within religious artwork. The facial expressions, the hand gestures, the clothes, the fabric, and also the fabric folds, also the detail, the lighting. There was so much I learned from this visit and things that I could use for my artwork as well. And also the colors as well. The color palettes they used was very interesting. Visiting the National Portrait Gallery had a lot of impact on my artwork on this project. Yes, it's different style, yes, it's the Western art, and yes, it's a completely different religion and texture and context. However, I learned so much during this visit about people, about portraits, about the colors to create drama and the scene and the story within the setting, and also about human features, how to draw different human features and human anatomy using colors, lights and reflections. So I learned so much during this visit, and it had a great influence on my artwork for this project as well. And another thing was that I didn't really want to follow the traditional method of artwork for Vesak pandals. I wanted to make it my own, and that's why I used colored pencils. On our very first meeting in January, the team had informed me that they were going to print the artwork into the Vesak pandal, which was an amazing opportunity for me because it gave me a lot of freedom on medium. I could use watercolors on this pandal. It doesn't matter because it's going to be printed on a waterproof flex. So that gave me the opportunity to do something new, something that's never done before. So this gave me the opportunity to use colored pencils on a Vesak pandal, something that has never been done before. So, and also on the other hand, it wasn't an easy task because drawing line by line using colored pencils takes absolutely ages. And we only had like 5 months before everything was done and the pandal was ready to display. So there was a lot of time restriction, and I had to create the artwork because even the rest of the team had to wait for the artwork before they could start working on the frame and also the woodwork and circuit work and the electrical work for this pandal. So it was a lot of pressure to finish the artwork, but I was determined that I wanted to do this with colored pencils. So that's what I did. I continued day and night creating artwork, all the 12 artwork until they are done. And another thing about these artwork is all of these artwork except for one happens outdoors, which means there's a lot of lighting, there's a lot of brightness in the artwork, well, should be in the artwork. So in order to get that brightness, I needed to apply a lot of layers of colored pencils to get that brightness. So I had to apply layer after layer and also dissolve the layers, the first layers with a solvent, and then wait for it to dry before applying more layers to get the appropriate brightness needed for the artwork. And that took time, but looking back at the underpaintings, I'm really glad I took this task because it's a challenge. It's a very interesting challenge. And it taught me a lot of things, and I learned so much during this project, including patience because it required a lot of patience working on these artwork, on these 12 artwork, layer after layer, pencil line after pencil line, using colored pencils. And also I'm very grateful for my team for their patience while I was working on them. Without that, this project wouldn't have been possible. They gave me all the freedom in the world. After the initial preliminary layers were done with colored pencils, then it was a time to add detail. Some of the artwork looked a little bit empty after I completed them, so I had to add more characters afterwards as well to fill the artwork and the background. After discussing with the team, we added more characters, more features to the artwork, and it was a team effort at the end. It was lovely working with this team because everybody contributed and everybody worked so hard. Everybody had brilliant ideas, and I really appreciate their patience and kindness and support with me during this project. You know, when I said some of the artwork looked a little bit empty and we were discussing with the team and trying different ideas, well, we tried some digital ideas as well, some editing, but I wasn't a big fan of artificial intelligence or AI. So I wanted this to be a work of labor. So in the end, we decided we will do the editing by hand and we will not use any digital work. We will not be using any AI. So this was a work of labor, work purely created by human imagination and by human hand. As a team, we shared each other's ideas. We got the new ideas to add more characters, but we didn't use any AI for this project. The color palette I used for this project is mostly bright colors because all of the scenes except for one were set outdoors, and all of them had a lot of people and a lot of characters as well. So we had to use outdoor colors, a lot of skies, and to stop it being boring with everything being blue skies, I used a forest in one of the paintings, and also I used different features for the sky, and two of them actually had different kind of forests, and also this one had some mountains in the background where the snake was present. And once the artwork was completed, the Liverpool team started working on the structure of the Vesak Pandal, building it up, constructing, and also the wooden frame, lighting, and all the rest of it was done by them. And it's truly magical to watch how it was being built every week. And the updates from the other side of the country had been incredible. And it was beautiful effort. The construction of Ruwan Al-Hissaya, as I said before, is a project of human effort. People of all cultures, all religions, all traditions got together to build this. And it's the same with this project. It's a beautiful reflection of the construction of Ruwan Al-Hissaya, how we all got together to create this magnificent Vesak Pandal for this Vesak month of May. I just wanted to take this opportunity to show my appreciation and gratitude to Pinwat Loku Swamin Wahanse and all the Swamin Wahanses at Mahameuna Azapur, United Kingdom, and all the friends and everybody who supported me in this project, and all the team, this incredible team that got together to build this Vesak Pandal for this Vesak in 2025. I'm so very grateful for the opportunity, and I hope you really enjoyed it as well as watching this video of me making it. I hope you enjoyed watching the behind the scenes as well. Thank you for all your love and support during this project as well as throughout my art journey. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a good day. Take care everyone, wherever you are in the world.